Hey guys, it's Kelly from FitnessBlender.com, and today I have a total body strength and HIIT combination for you. I've included both your warm-up and your cool-down, and all you're going to need for this is a set of dumbbells. Let's go ahead and get started. Alright, go ahead and get your feet moving. We're going to start off nice and light with a boxer shuffle. We're doing each one of these exercises for 30 seconds, no rest in between, so it's a pretty quick transition. We're going to keep it really easy exercises at first. So just stay nice and light on your feet. Just any kind of marching in place just to get some general movement, get your blood flowing, your muscles warmed up a little bit. In about 10 seconds, we're going to switch to toe touch circles. All right, 3, 2, 1. So plant your feet about shoulder width apart. Reach down to your toes on one side, cross over to the other, then come up again, and then we'll go down in the opposite direction. So if you can't reach very far, don't worry about it. Only go as low as you can without any pain at all. We're just getting warmed up, so you don't want to force any kind of range of motion. All right, next up, in about 5 seconds, we're going to switch to a standing jackknife. So this is a good way to warm up the entire body, and it's also a good abs exercise. So just one at a time, try to tap your toe with your fingertips. Try to use slow, controlled motions. We're not using momentum, and we're not trying to force any range of motion again. So if you can only go here, that's totally fine. 10 seconds left, and we're going to switch to lateral hops. So we're going to step up the intensity a little bit here. All right, here we go. So just nice and light at first if you want. As the interval goes, you can try to jump further and further to each side. And if you have balance trouble, you can always just step and actually touch your foot to the ground behind your body each time. Otherwise, try not to tap that foot. It makes it just a little bit harder. All right, 10 seconds, I'm going to switch to a lunge plus a curl. We're not starting off with any weights yet, so we're just warming up this range of motion. All right, here we go. So curl, alternating lunge, dropping down right in between those 2 feet. As you get into this, you can start to do an antagonistic curl where you're working against yourself, so start to contract your muscles. Even though you don't have any weight, you can still feel it. All right, our last warm-up exercise is going to be a squat plus a press. 2, 1. All right, so feet planted shoulder width apart, come down. Even though you don't have weight, still keep your form nice and clean. Press up once you have your head. Keep your back flat. Only sink down as low as you can control. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. All right, so don't get too far away from your computer. Go grab your dumbbells and we'll move into that strength and HIIT portion. All right, for our strength and HIIT portion, we're going to be doing 2 sets of 2 different strength exercises in an AB format, and then we're going to finish up with 4 rounds of a HIIT exercise, 20 on, 10 off. So our first exercise is a reverse lunge lift plus a tricep extension. So all of these exercises are very dynamic. We're targeting all of our muscle groups through this whole routine. So for this first one, I'm going to be using 12 pounds, and I'm using just one weight. So here we go, we're doing 8 reps on each side. So we go for a reverse lunge. Now come up, lift, and extend. And we'll do 8 on each side and then switch. So there's 2. There's halfway. This is definitely a balance challenge. So if you need to, you can cut out the lift and just stay right here without lifting your toe up. 2 more. All right, switch sides. Weight overhead, go down, come back up for a lift. Here's our halfway point. So If you have trouble with these exercises, you can always do them without any weight at all until you feel more comfortable. Otherwise, these are tricky. It's hard work. Okay, there's one. So for our B exercise, I'm gonna drop down to 9 pounds per hand. And we're gonna be doing a ski squat plus a step back and an overhead press. So another really complex combo here. Otherwise, weights up by your shoulders. So feet in close together. Take a deep breath. All right, squat down and step back. Stay here and do an overhead press. There's one. I'm gonna alternate this time. Oops. Ski squat, back, overhead press. Come back up. There's number 4. Ski squat, step back, hold it, press up over your head, bring it back down, smooth and control, come back to that ski squat, and then stand up. Keep your core tight, try to keep it pulled in. So this is where strength training gets to be as good as cardio. Your lungs are getting a good workout too. Plus there's almost no rest in between these. All right, there's number 10. Oops, up, back down. Make sure you're not holding your breath. All right. One more on each side. Might have to cut that in half for the second round. This takes up more time than I thought. There you go. And last one right here. Whew. All right, there's step 1 of those. So now we're going back to that reverse lunge, lift plus a tricep extension. So I'm going back to 12 pounds. Oh, take a minute to catch your breath if you need to. Otherwise, that weight up over your head. Now reverse, lift, and back up. Oops, sorry, we're staying on one leg this whole time. There's 2. There's our halfway point. Two more. I am gonna be sore tomorrow, I can already tell. All right, that's 8 on one side. Now we get to repeat that on the other. So take just a second, shake out your muscles, keep your feet moving, and get that weight over your head. Starting on the other side. So reverse lunge, come down, press back up, and do a tricep extension. This is our halfway point right here. My triceps are screaming at me because they're not alternating like the legs are. All right, 2 more. Whew. Last one. Oh, and lift. Okay, there's that. All right, here's our second round of the ski squat, step backs, plus an overhead press. So again, just take a second, shake out your muscles, catch your breath if you need to. And at any point, you can always grab a drink of water, hit pause if you need an extra long rest. Otherwise, we're coming up on a water break in just a second. All right, back to the weights. So we're gonna do half the reps this time just to cut down the time on this a little bit. Trying to make a 30 minutes or less workout for you guys, so I have to alter a little bit. So ski squat, step back, overhead press. So if you're not sweating or having your muscles talk to you yet, probably need to lift more weights or check your form. There's number 3. Halfway. Five. All right, one more on each side. We're almost done with these. Thank goodness. Last one. Squat and relax. All right, so we're gonna take just a second to catch our breath. And then we have a HIIT interval. Remember, 4 rounds of 20 on, 10 off. And we're doing plank jack burpees. All right, so I'm gonna start my timer up. So 2 minutes of hard work here. Here we go. Drop down, out, plank jack, back up, and burpee. So come down with your feet narrow and hop them wide. 2, 1. Oh, okay, keep your feet moving. 3 more of those to go. 2, 1. Here we go. Halfway. 5 seconds. Okay, halfway done with the HIIT. 2 more, and then we get a water break. All right, here we go. So if you get too tired, switch to stepping out one at a time, and you can cut off the jump at the top. You can always switch back and forth between the 2 versions as we get tired. Okay, 20 more seconds between you and a water break. Me too. 2, 1, here we go. All right, so don't stop moving completely. Go grab a drink of water and we'll come back with the second half. All right, for our second half, we're doing the same structure as before, AB strength with 1 HIIT interval. We're starting off with push-ups plus rows. So go ahead and grab a weight that you can do a proper row with. I'm using 6 per hand, but I might actually have to adjust. So starting off, you can either do a push-up from here or from your knees. You go down and then come back up. I'm doing a row on each side. So there's 1 repetition. Try to alternate which arm you're starting the row on each time. It's a good idea to mix things up as often as possible. It's one of those things that over time can create imbalances or just a really rigid physical response when your brain asks your body to do something. So I think that's rep number 5. Try to keep your chest facing the floor each time. Try not to rotate away. Try to make all the motion come from that angle. Just a few more. Make sure you're not holding your breath. Helps to exhale on the hard part. All right, one last one. Okay, for our next one, we're doing a bridge plus an extension and a pullover. So I'm gonna increase my weight for this one. I'm gonna use just one dumbbell at 12 pounds. So lay flat on your back, put your feet on the ground and press up into a bridge. And what we're doing here, hold the weight over your head. All right, so press up into your bridge. So at the same time that you do a pullover, come up right over to stubble your chest, extend one of your legs, then drop it back down. So you're never leaving that bridge position, alternate legs, and you're also never letting the weight rest on the ground of your head. Your hips are gonna try to sink, so try to keep them up there. That's number 5, we're doing 10 of these. One more on each side, almost done. And let it relax. All right, back to that push-up plus a row. So I'm gonna lower my weight again. All right. So 10 repetitions with a row for each push-up. A row on each side for each push-up. Here we go. 1 and 1. And for your push-up. And 2 and 2. Here's halfway. Remember, if you need to, you can drop your weights altogether. It's still going to be a good workout. Okay, just 2 more. And here's the last one. All right, take a quick break. Go ahead and switch out your weights if you need to. I'm going to use 12s again for this pullover. All right, go up into that bridge position. So press up through your heels. Try to get your heels as close to your butt as you can. Arms stretched out over your bust. Now slowly lower towards the ground so you extend a leg. There's number 4. Two more on each side. One more on each side. My arms are starting to shake like crazy. Here's our last strength rep. Right here. And let it relax. All right, the only thing left between us and a cool down is 1 round of HIIT. So we are doing a crisscross thigh slap jump. So I'll show you a couple ways to make it easier if you need to as well. Otherwise, we're gonna start our timers. So 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest. Here we go, cross your feet. Each time, a different foot is going to be leading. So this one's in front, now this one's in front. So if you wanna make it easier, just hop. So cross, hop, I kind of botched that, but I think you got the general idea. I'll show you again in a second. 3, 2, 1, here we go. So cross and just jump up. So you don't have to worry as much about your feet not getting back underneath you. Otherwise, do it the hard way as long as you can. 3 seconds. Uh-oh. That's a disaster waiting to happen. Okay, 2 more active intervals. I might be stalling. And we'll be done. 15 seconds. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. All right, 1 more. Just 1 more to go till our cool down. All right, here we go. Halfway. I'm going to switch to the easier version. I'm getting tired. 3, 2, 1. Oh my goodness, okay. That is it. So now we're gonna move into our cool down and stretch. Keep your feet moving. Just gonna give ourselves a second for our heart rates to slow. Swing your arms around a little bit. Forward, back. So the more you work out, the faster you will start to recover and your breathing will return to normal. So that's something you might notice as you keep working out. It's kind of a good feeling to go from completely exhausted and winded to feeling like you could do another round in just a minute's worth of time. Not that I want to do another round. All right, so we're going to switch over to toe touch circles. So just like when we started, only we're going to move a little bit slower this time. Just really take your time. It's a stretch the whole time. So you're stretching your sides, and you're stretching your lower back and the back of your thighs. And from all different angles, because you're really taking your time and working that whole circle. We'll do 1 more on each side here. And back the other direction. All right, now step out a little bit wider so you get a nice stretch through your inside thigh here, and pull your arm in front of your body so you get a nice stretch through the back of your arm. Take some nice deep breaths. All right, switch sides. Pull that opposite arm, lean in the opposite direction. All right, now we're gonna switch, rotate this way, and lean forward into a deep, deep lunge. So you should feel this in this hip flexor, as well as through the back of this thigh. Okay, switch sides. Put the opposite foot under your body. Press forward as far as you can without any pain. All right, now slowly straighten this leg and lean back so you're getting a stretch through the back of this thigh. These muscles are shaking like crazy. So you're gonna wanna drink a lot of water after this. All right, switch feet. Now straighten this leg. back, or put your feet together and stay here for just a second. Reach for your toes, so you're stretching out both of the backs of your thighs and your lower back. All right, now we're gonna come up and grab your foot and pull it towards your butt for a quad stretch. So you should be feeling this through the front of your thighs. And like I'm doing right now, once you're tired and done with this routine, your balance might be shot, so if you need to, you can use a wall for support. All right, switch sides. All right, drop that foot and slowly walk out to an up dog. Let your calves stretch right here for just a second. Take your time. Walk them out. And stay right here. Stretch upwards. Don't lock out your elbows if you can help it. Now push up once more in the downward dog. Try to get your heels towards the ground. If you can't, that's all right. Now go all the way on the floor this time for a cobra stretch. Now lean back for a child pose. So sit on your legs and focus on trying to push your head in between your arms so you get a nice arm and a shoulder and upper body stretch. Just hold it here for a few breaths. All right, let it relax. Okay guys, make sure that you eat something soon after you're done with this workout. Drink lots of water and come back and work out with me tomorrow. Good job, this workout is complete.